What is up, friendly folks? Welcome back to the low budget LCS. Lil Dear Lilia, you are indeed first. My name is LaChance, and tonight I am blessed to be joined by Lestforce.
Hello. I've got some big shoes to fill tonight. You know, obviously, LaChance and Vega, you know, you guys are kind of like a peanut butter jelly sandwich, right? And so my goal for tonight, do you know what a fluffernutter is?
Dude, I love a fluffernutter.
My goal, you know, you can't replace the PB&J, but I'm going to try and just, like, be the fluff tonight, you know? It's like a solid substitute. That's the goal.
Oh, a caster after my own heart. Also, deep callback with a fluffernutter. Do people use fluff anymore? Chat, let me know if you use fluff. Les, are you a fluff house? When was the last time you had a fluffernutter?
So I personally haven't had a fluffernutter in a while, but growing up, like, my dad was from like the New England area, and as I understand the history of fluffernutters, they like originated up in Massachusetts. So there was always like a big tub of fluff and like the peanut butter, and so like they were a big staple in the Lestforce household.
Dude, so good. You just brought back a whole battery of nostalgia for me right there. Well, listen, we are here to give you guys an incredible cast because we have an incredible game lined up for you tonight. We have got SNC Twempest Fwame versus the Cuddly League guys. That's right, second seed from Commercial B versus fourth seed from Commercial A. But if I were you, I would toss the seeds out because it doesn't matter. These are battle-tested teams who already have blood on their hands, and they are ready to move on to the next round of this tournament. Thanks, Trad, for our happy affiliate anniversary. It kept popping up. Is today the day? I don't know how to tell if today is the day.
Yeah, I have no idea where you're going to find that. Well, I guess there's another one.
Thanks, guys. Is that an option that you're being given to send? It showed me something that says only visible to you, and then it says share the love in chat. But when I click on it, nothing happens. Listen, that's neither here nor there. Lestforce, obviously, we are not going to know what comes into these games until we see it. But just in general, any champs you're sniffing about, you think we're going to see tonight? Anything super strong that's sort of a Lestforce original pick here?
So I haven't checked out these specific teams a ton this season, but if there's one thing I know for CLG is their top laner is like the epitome of like just that all reliable. You know, they're going to pick, I mean, their name's I Am Yordle. I think Poppy's their signature, but I think they played like Zion, Malphite. Like, they're going to pick something top, and they're just going to say, like, you're not getting through me. So I'm going to say we're going to see Poppy. I don't know if they ban it. And then on Twempest Fwame, again, I haven't gotten to catch him out a ton, but I know that Explosive, I'm going to say Explosive at least once this cast, they like to play more of the late game, like, kind of scaly picks. So, like, the Gangplank, the Gwen, stuff that also doesn't, you know, require like a ton of jungle involvement, but can have that like massive late game impact. So those are the players that I'm most familiar with in this game, but should be exciting. There's some interesting little narratives here. CLG, Cuddly League guys last week took down the other SNC team in playoffs, so they've got a chance to completely sweep the org out of the playoffs here if they pull off the upset tonight.
My goodness. And they must have punched up pretty high. Hold on a sec. Also, draft has started. Yeah, wait. Was that SNC Dreaded Dawn that they took out?
Yes, it was.
Dude, these Cuddly League guys are a second seed killer if they take out SNC Twempest. That's what I'm saying. Throw out these seeds. It doesn't matter anymore. We're in the wet and wild. We're in the jungle.
Once you get to playoffs, just doesn't matter. As first pick Jinx, that is super strong at the moment. I don't know if you've seen those like buffs that came through, but every time you kill a champion, the like attack speed gets even faster and faster.
I saw an Instagram reel that looked pretty crazy.
Yeah, the 30 rockets in half a second.
Dude, Absolutely nuts. Kai'Sa in response. Now, first picking Jinx like that, right? You got to imagine we're going to see some sort of Protect the Jinx comp. Is there anything that you think is hot to trot that pairs perfectly with the Jinx right now?
I mean, there's a lot of things you can pair with Jinx that would go pretty well. Like against the Lilia, Melio could be pretty good to kind of cleanse the sleepy that Lily's gonna do. I think Braum is super strong at the moment. It does do better into like engage, but I think that does really well. And then I mean, Thresh is just, when you think of protection, Thresh immediately comes to mind, and they also have the ability to like kind of win lane. If Thresh is able to hit some hooks here on a Silver Spade, can get that Jinx ahead early, but then can also have that Lantern late in the game to make life a whole lot easier.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you think of support puppet master champions, and Thresh is definitely one of them, Lantern people in and out, and a Maokai to boot. Love the color palette on the side of CLG here. That big old tree is going to be absolutely excellent for just jumping onto Kai'Sa, locking people down, getting in team fights, and causing a lot of trouble and dishing out tons of CC.
Yeah, we've got a lot of cool colors here. We got blue and green on the left.
Look at this.
We've got like all purple, a little bit of blue on the right. The Morgana is hovered, and it looks like that is the pick. Technically a flex, could go mid, but I would expect it's going support. I mean, the Morgana Black Shield really easily able to use against like the Thresh Hook, for example. Try and provide that Kai'Sa some safety. That'd be my guess where it's going.
Totally. Yeah, no, I think that makes a lot of sense, but there is so much CC on the side of CLG right now. You can't blame him for thinking of Morgana at the very least, right? That spell shield's going to be useful anywhere, wherever it ends up. It's gonna do some wonderful work. Now, Poppy, Ori, Band. The real question is, when we're out of this, what blue-green champion is going to be picked next by CLG? I'm desperately trying to think what portrait.
Mordekaiser?
That's a great one. Oh, that's a great one. Yeah, that could work. They could get Mordekaiser in there.
Mordekaiser top, maybe like Akali mid lane.
Oh, that's great.
Checks all the boxes.
Oh, that's how we fill out the comp. Lest, you've done it. You've done it perfectly. Okay, I think Malphite still fits color palette wise. I like how the dark brown works, with these deep purples here.
Yeah, Malphite super hard to beat in lane, and like I said, Yordle's probably gonna pick a tank top laner, so it's kind of just like a handshake from SNC saying like, hey, this game's gonna be won or lost from one of the other lanes, essentially.
Right.
We'll see. I'm expecting we see top lane here. They're actually gonna grab the Ace.
Oh, this
that's
is
very cool.
I know I'm attached to the wrong portion of the game right now, but the color palette is beautiful on this side of CLG. I hope. Oh my God, they've done it! They've done it! Oh my God, the full house of colors. This is beautiful. CLG instantly earning some love from me right here. All blue-green champion portraits. Perfect.
I feel like there's got to be a chance they're listening to the cast, right?
There's definitely a chance they're listening. Guys, I hope you didn't throw a draft for a bit, but I don't think they did. I don't think that's horrible. No. God damn, that looks good.
No, I mean, I like their comp a lot. I mean, Maokai, Thresh have the setup for Ace Jinx. Mordekaiser in the late game should be pulling away what I imagine, this last pick from SNC, this Fizz, that's going to look to make those carries nightmares, a bit of a nightmare. Fizz and Acel, I'm not a mid laner, but I do think that Acel kind of struggles into assassins. When he wants to stand there and like blow his hot fire, Fizz can kind of like just jump on him and deal a ton of damage. So I believe it's Big Chill, gonna have to be careful, I think. But no, I actually do like what the Cuddly Lee guys have done here.
100%, and I am going to start the prediction right now. So break out your schmeckles. Just know tonight is the night that you could forge a fortune for yourself. Anything is possible. Cuddly League guys, they for sure were listening, right? There's no way. There's no way.
I gotta check real quick and see how many games I Am Yordle has played on the Mordekaiser, because I think that's gonna be the tell. We've got 30 teams to scroll here, so let's see. I Am Yordle actually does have 3 games of Mordekaiser, 4.29 KDA, seems to do pretty well on it. So it's not. Maybe like our analysis of cool colors played into it like a little bit, but I do think that there was some substance here with the pick here.
Yeah. No, I agree as well. And I mean, you know, Mordekaiser, you're snatching that Kaisa out of these fights, getting rid of this Fizz. You've got an assassin, and it does lend itself to the truly titanic amount of CC coming through on CLG. But you know what? One Malphite ult that hits everybody, and it's the same amount of CC, pretty much.
It's gonna be a lot of pressure on, because I know that they just roll swap, so I believe it's Great Snake on that Lilia. If you can hit like a multi-man sleep on this Jinx, on this Aesol, that's up explosive for, pardon the pun, but a very, very explosive Malphite are coming through. They can't dodge when they can't move, right?
Absolutely not. Yeah, I mean, CC is king. Whoever strikes first will make it happen. What's up, Vader? What's up, Him the Guy? Sammy, how's it going? Thank you so much to, now I know you're in the game, Zandra, let's take this real slow. Zandradrada, thank you so much for being the newest investor in the low budget LCS. Appreciate the hell out of that follow. Barty, what's up? See you out there. I'm Amanda Panda. Thank you for the affiliate anniversary. LeChance TriCast with Trad, of course. One day. We'll see. But right now I'm up here with Less Force, and it's too good. We can't add any other chemicals into the water here.
There's no third ingredient in a fluffernutter. It's peanut butter and it's fluff, right?
Love it.
Put something else in, and it's not a fluffernutter anymore.
No, it's chaos. It's sacrilege. Thank you, the mayor, for the happy affiliate anniversary. Again, are you guys getting a button that is prompting you? Either way. Depressed Bleach says Snack Bear's gonna have some explosive combos. Maybe
just play. Too easy.
It's just too easy. It's right there. But Less Force, what's your opinion? In your heart of hearts, you look at these comps. We're putting color palette to the side, and I'm mainly saying that for myself. Which of these comps do you like better?
It's really going to come down to Silver Spade, I think. I think if Thresh is on point with these lanterns, because there's a lot of threats on Twempest Fwame. The Malphite Arb, the Lily Asleep, Fizz, just period. If Silver Spade can have good lanterns to get Bright Star out of harm's way, and they can get that first reset, I think Cuddly League guys win the game. But I think if Thresh isn't able, or if Snack Bears are able to pounce when your Thresh isn't ready, I think that they have the easier to execute side over here.
Mm-hmm.
So I would guess game 1, Snack Bears Twempest Fwame. Now again, am I trying to earn back some credit after predicting them to lose in round 1 of the playoffs? That's neither here nor there.
Of course,
I'm here now, picking them game 1.
I love it. You're covering your bases. That's what's most important. I hear you. I feel you. And I see what you're saying. And I gotta say, I want to lay this out right here up front. I love both these teams. But I think for game 1, I gotta go with the green and blue. I'm gonna go CLG. I like all the CC they've got. I like that they've got this Mordekaiser to remove some, if anybody starts popping off, they can get rid of those threats. And I like this Jinx. I like that it's a recently buffed champion. Riot tends to have a heavy hand sometimes. and they may have just ridden the wave and decided to capitalize on the good blessings of Papa Riot, and there's nothing wrong with that. But we will see which one of us is the precog tonight. Him, the guy, has redeemed a caster compliment. Him, the guy, would you like one big compliment from either of us, or would you like a half-sized compliment from each of us? Please clarify, and we will get back to you. Ruffian's in the chat and says, someone give me a bad idea and I'll do it. You could drink a glass of water and maybe stretch for a couple minutes. Doesn't that sound like a bad idea?
I think that's like one of the worst ideas imaginable. You certainly don't, take some time away from the screen and take some self-reflection. Those are all terrible ideas, and I suggest you do none of those.
Just truly awful. No, Ruffian, no, not Texture X. Hold on, I don't know how you got there. I do not know how you got there.
It's almost never the angle, never the option. And him, the guy, cashing in a half compliment, much like a fluff and nutter cut in two. We each have half the sandwich.
All right, here. Also, I don't know if this is how you like to do it, but I will stream in Discord for you if you'd like to follow along there. We're gonna switch over to the end game. We're gonna hope that the stream doesn't crash. We're moving slowly and patiently, and we have been rewarded for our patience. Ruffian, I did not. No. Keep those thumbs back. Put your hands in your pocket, my friend. King Fishy, big chill is daddy. Cool. That's pretty sick. Holocube. Yo, should I watch these? Oh my God, Jesus.
They're pinging too quick.
They're pinging too quickly. It's too powerful. The pings are absurd. Holocube, as to the question of if you should watch these games, of course you should. If you have a couple minutes, hang out, see if you like it. And if you don't, that's totally fine. What a perfectly reasonable boundary to draw. God damn, these guys are insane. We're gonna turn the chat off. That's a nightmare.
I feel like did they just like take away the limit on pings? Because before, wasn't it you could only ping like 5 times, then it'd say please wait to be able to ping more? Like did they change that recently? Because I feel like I just saw potentially 1,000 pings in the last minute.
Yeah, it certainly seems like that. Their APMs are through the roof. That seems like something that Riot would do and maybe not fully think through the repercussions of that. It's entirely possible. Also, Holocube, why can't you do both? Right? Hit that level 30, get level 30, hop into a game of rank. Well, you got us in the background. Maybe we'll lead you to victory. Maybe we'll be good luck. Probably not, but it's entirely possible. No cooldown if you ping someone you are in a party with. Okay, we just happen to be watching from the top here. Eyes in the skies. But regardless of all of that, welcome to Game 1 of CLG vs. SNC Commercial Quarterfinals. It is win or go home here, so there is a lot on the line as we have... Oh, there we go. A little bit of a flay up front. Silver Spade getting these autos through. And damage already coming out of that Jinx Thresh bot lane.
Yeah, Jinx deceptive. People, when you see Jinx, you think of like, oh, it's that late game monster. They're gonna get the resets and go crazy. But Jinx just in lane, I feel like kind of gets a bad rep. They hit the rockets. You got that CC from Thresh. You're doing a bit of damage as Bwaha is trying to get that electric or the PTA proc. I can't say I've ever seen PTA Fizz. I'm curious to see the tech here.
Listen, we're about to learn today. All right, there's a method to the madness. I'm assuming we'll find out one way or the other here. Give me that sweet future prediction. Where do you think First Blood's gonna come in this game?
So both junglers passing to the top side. Lilia with a much faster clear here, of course, has more damage. So they're going to have the first opportunity to make a play. I'm going to guess First Blood onto Explosive in the top lane onto I Am Yordle.
Okay. Oh, hold on. Something's missing here. I knew it. I knew something was missing. I was like, there's definitely not enough information on the screen. Okay. Okay, so you think I Am Yordle's going down first. Ooh, there we go. A Flay onto Kaisa right here, but they're going to back off. Apologies. Okay, so I Am Yordle, that's going to be the first one to pay the price.
That's the call. I think the wave is in a tricky spot for him. Explosive clearly has some laning prowess. Has the wave perfectly primed. If Great Snake is able to come up here, which it looks like we are going to see here.
Yeah, I do see that too. In the corner of our eyes, we see Lilia making their way up here. I Am Yordle's got their work cut out for them, but they've got the shield. They've got some time. Let's see if they're just going to be able to walk their way out. It does seem to be the case, but down here in the bot lane, a great... shield, there we go! But Silver Spade going in through the Ignite. That's going to be First Blood going over to the Morgana. And it was a risky move, but they paid the price. Cut to the mid lane. Panther going to walk in, but just walk through. But First Blood going over to Morgana.
Yeah, this lane was going good for the Thresh the Thresh Jinx. They were pushing in Kaisa Morgana. Thresh, it was a good flash over the Morgana binding, but then just taking the hook. Thought they had the damage, kind of burst out Kaisa there, but unfortunately, wasn't quite in the cards. Luckily, the kill went over to Morgana. Definitely, of the two options there, probably what CLG would prefer. But no, really well played there from that bot lane.
Yeah, absolutely. Great black shield from Morgana. And just knowing the limits of the champs so far. Lilia, of course, on the bot side of the map near this dragon that's spawning up, but I don't know if she... Can Aaliyah do early dragons?
It's not ideal, but certainly not by yourself, especially with the new jungle changes as Wahaj taking some damage. If the SNC wants to do it, they're going to have to bring her over this bot lane, which they could at any moment. They look like they got the push down there, but we'll have to see if that's... Looks like they're just going to try and clear to 6, which is what Lilia really wants to do, is have that ult, get those massive sleeps off.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And yeah, Maokai doesn't strike me as someone who's going to, rip through a dragon super fast either. But yeah, it seems like both these teams are pretty content right now to just kind of bounce back and forth, get some CSing in, get that gold, get those levels. And then when level 6 hits, I'm assuming we'll see some action right up here, right away. Level 6 grab from I Am Yordle. Ults explosive right away. So much damage off that Q. He's got him trapped. Let's see, though. Oh, the flash forward. Explosive pulled back, flashes away, gets taken down anyways. Great swing up here. Let's see if they can win this 1v1, because there's a lot of damage coming out of this Mordekaiser, but look at that. A big pop and a flash forward, and it's a kill. A 1-for-1. A jungler and a top laner walk away with kills.
I really want to shout out what Yordle did there, because that was so smart. As soon as they hit the 6, it's actually Wahaj taking a lot of trade from the Asol. As soon as they hit 6, they saw that Malphite was about to hit 6, but they ult Malphite into the Death Realm so that he's not getting that XP.
Right.
As at level 6 to level 5. That was so smart by Yordle.
Oh, beautiful. That's an incredible play. Hadn't even considered that angle of it right there. But yeah, had the advantage, really capitalized on it, and Great Snake. God, really quickly though, the amount of W's that are in the SNC Twempest Fwames team, it's gonna be a true nightmare to pronounce any of these, but it's gonna be crazy. Yeah, we'll do our best.
There's a lot of X's too, actually.
It's a lot of X's. Yeah, really, truly, the Morgana's name is just, I mean, it's an honest-to-God tongue twister, but what can you do? Yeah, probably will be saying SNC for the majority of this cast. Level 6s coming online though, and look at that trade from the Fizz. Are we starting to see what the rest of that lane is going to be in the mid lane? Just Fizz dashing in and dashing out, paying no price at all.
Pretty much. A lot of trading going on top. Actually, a lot of damage from Explosive.
Holy shit, yeah, I did not expect that.
we're gonna have to walk that off. But yeah, that's just what Fizz does. Once they get the levels for the cooldowns, go in for the trade, E out, avoid any damage back. And actually, Maokai are coming through.
Yeah, speaking of trades right here, they're just going to go out for a full out kill down here in the bot lane. Kai'Sa going quite low. Brightstar's going to get excited.
Reset.
This Jinx is exactly where they want to be. A Zap lands onto the Lilia. Rockets are coming out. Panther might not have any abilities up yet, but a binding and a cleanse. And now, oh my god, Lilia's going to go back in. They want that triple kill, but the hook lands. Do they have the damage? Brightstar doesn't get the kill. Panther gets it. And in the mid lane, though, another kill. The assassin Fizz does his dark deeds onto the Aurelion Soul. Gets that kill, but it does look like Dragon will be picked up by CLG. This game is looking pretty even.
Yeah, that play bot, they catch Kai'Sa when Morgana and Lilia were kind of walking up and away. They catch Kai'Sa isolated. Good R there from Panther on the Maokai. And then Lilia saw blood in their eyes. They thought they could go in with that massive sleep, but just a huge play by Silverspade to hook them, or well, first they flayed them into the hook, into the death, and that's looking pretty good for CLG.
Absolutely, and a great, sorry, I'm gonna sneeze and I'm gonna mute myself.
Yeah. We didn't get to catch it, but it was also probably a great 1v1 mid lane with between Blahaj and Big Chill, and it's probably not going to get any easier for the Acel now they've got that kill in their pocket.
Definitely not. I got to applaud the Maokai ult that forced Kai'Sa just stuck between a rock and a hard place, right? They were on the edge of that wall, so even if they ran down, they were going to have to take a longer route to get back to tower. There's a lot of edges of the walls that they'd have to be following, a lot of skill shots they'd have to dodge. Not much that they could do there. But yeah, Big Chills is doing their best here in the mid lane, and not doing bad at all either, right? Like keeping within the neighborhood of CS as well. I think, you kind of expect certain things with a assassin against a mage here. So, one death so far. I think that's completely reasonable. These top laners have found each other once again. A lot of damage coming out of this Shen. Shen.
No.
Malphite, who has a Sheen. And that's what I looked at, and I came up with Shen.
Deceptive damage from the Malphite. It looks like a full tank, but no, those Qs can definitely pack a punch. A lot of trading. I mean, top laners doing what top laners do, right? Just slap each other. Maokai actually really kind of caught out here.
100% great Maokai ult. Catching Malphite on the very edge of that Maokai ult. They're going to get to safety. They decided that's not a fight they wanted just yet. And reasonably so. Lots of oh. Okay, Maokai is going to finish that back, but here we go in the mid lane. Fizz looking for the kill. The ult lands, and there it is, picking up Big Chill. Fizz doing a great job, exactly what an assassin is supposed to do.
Yeah, it definitely gonna get harder and harder for Acel. The more kills Fizz is gonna get. I think Panther, as I'll actually hold off Silverspade, looking to hit a hook.
The hook lands, absolutely. Black Shield is gonna go on, but Brightstar, gonna flash away, but get hit by that binding, and in the end, that's the kill going to the Kai'Sa. Do we have another binding?
Ooh.
All right, just barely missing each other. Hot damn.
Yeah, I was going to say that I think CLG are going to have to find a way to stop the snowball of the Fizz, because if Fizz keeps picking up these kills, right, Acel's not going to be able to, contest in one-on-one.
Right.
And then Jinx is just going to be, left out to dry. Fizz can kind of just get on top, do the whole combo, kill him instantly. And that's like a lot of what CLG's comp is based on right now. So I think they're going to have to, find a way to, like, stall this guy out in the mid lane, because they're popping off already.
Yeah, that's true, and, I think you're looking at, just the mobility, sorry, having some flashbacks right here, but here it is, a little bit of a response. Acel's going to go in, Panther walking up as well. The Acel's got a front line right now. Silverspade's running forward as well. They actually catch him on a ward, probably the reason they've backed off there. But Lesverse, I think you're absolutely right. Like, you don't want Fizz to get so strong that they become an answer to the Jinx, right? Before they end up meeting with each other, you want that Jinx to be able to be as safe as possible, and part of the way you can keep them safe is by keeping Fizz weak. All right, down here in the bot lane, the 1v1, that's the ult from Kai'Sa right there. I do think she's got the advantage in the 1v1, very patient, walks it out with auto attacks, extremely well done. Soul responding with ult, but Fizz will get out. That was a clean solo kill down there in the bot lane. And here we go. Oh, okay, never mind. But very clean from Kai'Sa.
Yeah, very clean from everybody there on Twempest Fwame. You know, the Fizz dodging the ASOL R. Yordle camping out here. We'll probably see a little skirmish. Health bars kind of in the middle. Not sure if we're going to see a kill here or not.
It's so hard to tell with top laners, right?
Yeah.
They kill each other in the most unexpected ways.
Fizz coming up though could be looking for they do have the R, so there is, I guess, technically some kill pressure, but no, just this Kai'Sa starting to get online, this Fizz is online. I think you just got to give up this drag. You know, if you're CLG, you know, you're down a little bit in gold. You're not out of this game by any means, but you just gotta find your spot here in the next couple minutes.
Yeah,
Turn
absolutely.
the tide.
Yeah, slow it down a little bit. Yeah, even though they aren't that far behind, you certainly don't want to easily give up another fight, because, you know, then we start to go from a little bit ahead to even more and more. It stacks quicker than you think. Here we go, though. Fizz out with the ult. It is going to connect. A good flash from Big Chill. He's going to try and get the distance. The Ignite going down as well. And I think he actually did it. ASOL made it back there. Lilia tosses some... No way, Fizz. Okay, thought about it, decided to think better. That's a good ult out of this potential dragon fight. They're probably going to walk away, but they're thinking about it. They are walking up here. Panther in the area. We've got the front line. ASOL is teleported back. There's no Fizz ult. Dragon down to half health. A teleport coming in from behind. A flash forward from Silver Spade, but a huge black shield. The rocket does miss, and now Brightstar is going to get ulted on by the Malphite. Kai'Sa's going to pick up that one. Great Sphinx going low, but actually going to walk out. Sorry, Panther flashes onto him. They get the kill, but it's a 2-for-1, a 3-for-1 right now. And the dragon is going to get picked up by SNC. That went extremely well for the Snack Bears.
The difference there, Malphite had the TP, Mordekaiser did not, right? Yeah, they had that ward in the Dragon Pit. They saw how the fight was breaking out, and as soon as CLG, you know, started to move up away from that dragon, Malphite TP'd in the back, got the ult off on Jinx. There was nobody to protect, as that ult is gonna sail a bit left, but no, just super clean there from Snack Bears. And now again, we're saying that little lead just got a little bigger. We'll see what the answer is for CLG to, you know, slow this down.
Oh God, just the mobility on that Fizz. I know it's what they do, but always heartbreaking to see when you're like, God, I've got a toolkit. What can I do? The flash forward right onto them. There's the E. Are they going to tick down? That's the kill. That had to have been the last tick there from Fizz, but a counterplay down here in the bot lane. Maokai and Thresh coming around. Nice lantern being thrown out. They are going to go onto the Morgana at first. She's going to go golden, buy some time for the Kai'Sa to get that kill. But now, who is it? They're going to flash forward. Hold on. A kill could do it. Jinx gets the shutdown. I think the double. Let's see. Yordle going for the kill. He gets it. He gets the shutdown on a Fizz as well. 3 for 2. A great trade for the Cuddly League, guys. Yordle really wants another one. Oh, if that had landed, I can't imagine Lilia gets out of it. But a good series of plays from the Cuddly League, guys.
Absolutely. They get the double kill onto the Jinx. It was looking a little dangerous there, right? Because they were trying to leave the kill for the Jinx on the Morgana, but Jinx got really low, flashing from Kai'Sa. Ultimately, they get the double kill bot, and then Yordle, with that roam into the mid lane, shuts down this Fizz, gets rid of a lot of those Dark Seal stacks. That's always huge. They have upgraded to the Magi, so Bwaha is just kind of banking on themselves here, right? You know, they're planning to get, you know, deep into this book, right? You know, gets near the ending chapters. We'll see how it goes for them. But now, huge for CLG there.
Yeah, absolutely, and brought the gold a little bit closer into contention. We're starting to see Mordekaiser do quite a bit. The fact that they can take Fizz out is really significant, right? We weren't sure they were going to have a solution to that problem, and Mordekaiser is certainly shaping up to be that solution. That being said, Dragons have been the focus of the game so far. Not so much onto these Rift Heralds yet. No one's really gone for it. They're clearing that Scuttle. Oh, Big Chill has got to watch out. Anytime Fizz walks in, it's just like, oh, he misses.
Misses. And he doesn't have an E. This could be a bad spot for Wahaj.
Absolutely, and they want it. They need to capitalize on these moments when Fizz is targetable. Oh, the rocket does not connect right there. Fizz doing their best to get out. Aurelion Sol says, I'm going to risk it and walk up. I need the kill, and they get one. That is huge, and now Morgana, Zawada gets taken out. That's a double kill for A-Sol. Big Chill has got to be ecstatic about that, and Lilia, gotta watch out. They've got the speed ups. They're gonna go forward. The Malphite's here as well, but the hook is gonna land. Do they have the damage? Explosive going down low. They are gonna fall. So too will the A-Sol in the 2v1. Can they do it? The hook misses.
Ooh.
2 for 2 across a pretty long fight, spanning across almost both jungles here. There's gonna be, I think that's a precursor to the kind of action we're gonna see as the late game comes through.
Yeah, this gold lead shrinking. They're going for this this Rift Herald, and I gotta say, like, on the Twempest Fwame, I think Fizz, kind of feeling like a little, what's the word, immortal, right? Like, they've been killing this A-Sol time and time again, right? Doesn't matter if the tower's there. They got the 2 levels up, but CLG is making that read. They're saying, okay, you're gonna dive A-Sol, we're gonna bring Maokai, we're gonna bring Thresh from this weird spot you're not expecting them, and we're gonna shut you down. So I think Wahaj gonna have to be more selective with where they look to go for these all-ins. I still think obviously Fizz can absolutely eviscerate Jinx A-Sol, but I don't think they're gonna be able to have that same liberty to kind of just do it whenever they feel like, right?
No, you're totally right. Yeah, they have to just be a little bit more cautious, and it just goes to show that CLG is on the notes. They know exactly what they need to do. They've done a great job of prioritizing the targets. They didn't just get distracted by the Rift Herald. They definitely ran down there. Oh, the Kai'Sa poke will become real at some point. But not just yet. And look at this, CLG really making a play for this dragon. They don't want to let things get too out of hand. I'm loving this proactive play from them.
Malphite TP coming in.
Oh, absolutely. This could be huge. Brightstar on the back end. They can't let the Jinx get assassinated. They're doing their best to reposition Brightstar in a really tough spot as this fight is kicking out. Great Swag in a lot of trouble right here as 8-Soul goes for Big Chill is going to go down, and Kai'Sa ulting into the back line. But look at this. Now the rest of their team cut down. That's a double kill for Jinx. Kai'Sa has to just run away, and Lilia is in the neighborhood.
They could flash.
They could flash. They could go for the steal. They could get a massive sleep right here. Let's see what they can go for, but they are just going to let that dragon get taken. I like that play. They don't want to risk too much after the fight goes awry, but big ups to Brightstar in that fight. They full ass walked their way to safety.
I love everything CLG did there, right? We saw the Fizz and we saw the Kai'Sa on the back end. Those were major threats to this Jinx, but the call to move down as a team, coordinated unit, Thresh put down that, the box to make it a little bit harder for Fizz to come through, bought Jinx enough time to get down there. They get the kills, they get the drag, they get the tower, and these last 5 minutes, I feel are completely, coming up CLG's favor.
Absolutely, and, even though they've got the dragons, do got to point out that SNC still up in gold, even after, 2 fights kind of going the way of CLG. Look at Fizz on the side here. He's totally got A-Sol in his sights. Gonna go for it. The ult does not connect. Very risky flying over the ult, but this is a Baron attempt at the exact same time. SNC says, we're not gonna wait around either. We're just gonna start this up. And I don't think that CLG has any idea this is happening.
Oh, the alarm should be flaring, right? You don't see anybody on the map. This is down to 4K. I don't know if they get in here in time.
Oh my god, they pull it off. A fight is going to break out. Morgana's going to go up. A teleport's coming in. They're just trying to stop these backs. If they can win this fight, it'll be worth it. But Brightstar's the target of this Fizz. Very patient. They take... Oh my god, they take the Jinx out. That's massive. And the Yordle's doing everything they can, but they're getting another kill. And A-Sol is just getting autoed on by this Kai'Sa, who is ripping through them. And in the end, it's an ace. And they get the Baron on 3 members. Massive play by SNC.
Risky call there, 22-minute Baron, especially after the recent buff. That objective takes some time to kill. The alarms just didn't, come online in time for CLG. By the time they recognize, hey, where's everybody at? The Baron's down to a couple thousand. They commit to the fight, and triple kill to Kai'Sa. this is now a massive problem. I actually think we saw a cash in for it's pronounced like I believe we're not supposed to pronounce it as Kaisa.
Oh, okay,
That's
okay,
like
okay.
it's gonna be like tough in the moment, right? Especially like
Right.
your job is play by play. But
listen, we'll do our best. We'll do our best. They purchased it. We'll do everything we can. That was a massive swing for SNC, right? We're looking at like a 6K gold lead right now. An extremely powerful position for them. But now they have to leverage this power in its most effective way as they can, and they've got to break this base. How would you set these lineups? You do a 1-3-1, 4-1. What do you think the best thing for SNC is to do here?
I think a 1-3-1 is probably a good call. You know, Fizz, they cannot deal with Fizz one-on-one. I mean, I know that we've seen some deaths, but if it's just a one-on-one setting, I don't see who's going to be able to handle the Fizz from Boahaj. So I'd probably, send them bot, keep Malphite in the top lane, and just have this, kind of three-man unit kind of like keep mid shoved in. But like you've already got those the tier 2 turret, so I'd be focusing on that bot and especially that top lane. You're trying to like open up the rest of the map so you don't kind of end up in one of those like we got an ARAM type situations.
Right. Yeah, there are quite a few different kill squad potentials for SNC, but Yordle says, I'm actually just going to forget about anything. None of this matters to me. I'm going to still try and scrap. Lilia's coming up too. I don't know if Mordekaiser can do the 2v1 just yet. I do like that CLG's looking. Big chill, really going okay. Pulls off at the last second. Actually, no, they're going to go for this pick right here onto Lilia. They can get this kill. That's massive. The W from Kaisa missed. That's a shutdown for Jinx. A huge sleep, but with no follow-up. That is exactly what CLG needs to survive this Baron onslaught.
Yeah, they're not going to be able to shove out mid nearly as easily now. Malphite going to have to be a little more careful. They're not going to be able to pick up the dragon, which, kind of stinks. That would have been huge if they could have gotten the jungle pick and then gone for that objective. Fizz kind of fishing here in the back. They got to be careful with these resets.
Absolutely, and Big Chill's instincts are absolutely on point. Hold on, teleport coming through. Can they make something come of this? Dodge of the binding, gets slapped a little bit by Kaisa there. All right, that was a teleport to help position them for this dragon. They do actually want this, and they are willing to risk it all. Malphite has backed. He's got TP up as well. I think we might see a 5v5 here, actually, depending on how fast this dragon is burned down.
They're going to need a really good angle here, right? Because, they still got the Baron. They're going to try and burst it down.
Oh, my God, they're
but
going for it.
The gold lead's on CLG, so this is very dangerous.
Absolutely, and they've got vision on them as well. Look what Fizz is doing. Teleport coming in, too. They are going to try and collapse on the 2. Everybody's going for it, but I do think that Jinx is going to be isolated. Zwada going to get hooked, but already a member has fallen. Zwada going so low, hasn't fallen yet. Now they go down. Look at that lantern, so long, but Kaisa can follow just as easy as that, and it is a slaughter and a cleanup as SNC capitalize on the moment. They get the ace, and they're gonna get the dragon too.
CLG forgot their precedent. They were trying to escort up into the jungle, but they forgot who they were escorting, right? Jinx kind of got stuck down there near the dragon pit. Fizz, had him dead to rights. They felt like they had to contest the drag. They were trying to get towards that soul. But now they're tied up. This mid lane tower is probably going to drop. They're pushing bot. Definitely, again, just really well played on this team fight from Snack Bears.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, CLG, if they had pulled off, if they had not fought there, right? Even though you lose the dragon, so what? Goes to 2 dragons, and you prevent the Baron push, but they do just try to go for that extra play. Which, to be fair, if that had worked, they would be winning this game right now. However, that's the price that you pay when you do something risky as that. And look who's waiting in the weeds. It is the Fizz. He's got everything. That's going to be another kill. The rest of CLG is going to have to be extremely careful poking around when you don't have vision against a champion like this. That zap is going to land right here. Okay, that's going to be an ult onto Fizz. Camera doesn't want us to see it. That usually means they get away.
Looks like, I guess, Fizz E'd because Mort still has the ult.
Oh shit!
I'm guessing that's what happened. I'm not familiar with the interaction, but like
saw it. I do think he would
he
be able
definitely
to dodge
pulled.
it, right?
He definitely did the pull in.
Right.
So maybe if there's any like Fizz experts that maybe would know the interaction in chat.
Yeah, let us know. Let us know how that turns out.
I'm no mid laner.
Neither am I. Not right now. Makazak's one trick. That's me. Now, everybody gathering for this Baron on spawn, and I do mean everybody. Even Mordekaiser's working his way up here. He does not have teleport, so CLG is going to have to bide their time. SNC has got to be ecstatic. They know that they can close this game out as long as they maintain their league. Using that rocket to check for vision, but Fizz is on the side in a bush. No vision on him. They need the front line, but the ult from Fizz lands onto Jinx. He's got to flash backwards, but Kai'Sa ults in deep, gets the Jinx, and that could very well be the fight right there as Kai'Sa starts to pop off. A double kill. Could have been a triple. Malphite's going to take that one. 4 for none right now as SNC turns on to the Baron. If we see a Thresh steal, I truly don't know what'll happen. Please ignore that. Don't even worry about it. This is just one of the many fun spectator bugs. Easy peasy. All right, we're back.
We're back. Again, I mean, we're just seeing that gold difference, kind of paying dividends. Like, that looked good there for an instant there. They got the Maokai on multiple people. Jinx got a lot of damage off, but then just the reinforcements coming through. Fizz, again, not letting this Jinx get that first reset, which is really what CLG kind of needs. And they get the Baron. They're going to start shoving out this top lane. And it's, defend your base time. It's now or never for the Cuddly League guys here in Game 1.
Absolutely. I got to say, as we're getting these team fights together well and we're seeing how badly Jinx needs to be protected, I am becoming more and more afraid of the longest name in the game that I've seen so far, SNC, Dr. Explosive. But that Malphite ult will fuck you up.
Absolutely. Every ADC's nightmare, right? This tank, alleged tank, right?
Right.
Just
tank,
pops on top of your face and just deals, what feels like 80% of your damage. And then the 20% that's left, you got a Fizz to worry about. You got a Kai'Sa R to worry about. Definitely not the funnest game to be if you're a Bright Star here.
Yeah, you got to be extremely careful with your positioning, and then you also need to get a little bit lucky at the same time. But defenses are being raised here as Baron waves are going to be sent crashing in to the bottom lane. A teleport from Dr. Explosive up to the top lane, wants to split a little bit. Going to find themselves in a 1v1 with that Mordekaiser. Fizz in the mid lane, hasn't committed to either side just yet. Now, as Fizz pushes in, he could potentially flank. This Jinx, God, Bright Star is just in a dangerous position. You see Fizz thinking about it, trying to walk forward. Mordekaiser here as well. The patience from Lilia, Kai'Sa, and Morgana as they push in these waves. Malphite doing what he can up here to shove it into, but Fizz is just going to go for a dive extremely deep, and he's going to get that kill. 2, 3, 4 turret shots will finally get the shutdown onto that Fizz. Drowsy flashes onto the turret, or onto the pad, but that's not going to be enough. This Kai'Sa's massive, absolutely insane. Dr. Explosive walking around. That's going to be a Q onto I'm Yordle 2 against 4 right here, but a flash away. You can't dodge that Q as Kai'Sa walks up. That's the quadra kill. Wait, was that the pentakill? Hold on. That's an ace. There's the Malphite ult. The Nexus explodes. SNC have done it. That is game 1.
That's going to be game 1. Twempest Fwame, things were pretty even in the early game, I would say. Cuddly League guys, they went blow for blow. They went down a little bit, and then they had some huge comebacks. But I think that Baron call is where things really changed, right? And I think that's something that CLG is going to have to, I guess, be ready for next game. This is a team who's not afraid to take a very risky Baron or a very risky objective play, and so I don't know if the answer is get some preemptive wards, rotate faster, have something up in the works, because that is where I really think Snack Bears kind of took the edge here. And then, that Kai'Sa was just unkillable late game.
I could not agree more. CLG did a great job up through those 20 minutes, and then SNC with off the back of a ballsy play. They just did the right things in that game. They kept CLG off. They capitalized on opportunities, objective after objective, and I think they did a great job, especially just patiently escorting these Baron waves in to the turrets, breaking the base, and eventually they got that Nexus. I'm also going in the lobby. Oh, you're here too. Excellent. God, these guys are pros.
I didn't see who invited me, but thank you very much, whoever invited me.
Yeah, these teams are doing fantastic.
Before we forget, before we get into game 2, we do have a half a caster compliment each to cash out to him, the guy. He sat very patiently, hands on his knees. He said, "Just get me when you can get me." So we're getting him now.
Absolutely. Here, I'll go first. Him, the guy. Gotta say, you've been in part of so many Twitch chats. You've just been an excellent citizen of Twitch chat, which, listen, text is an imperfect medium, but you do an excellent job wielding it as your voice. That's my compliment to you.
Yeah, I mean, kind of maybe stole some of my thunder a little bit. I think
I saw his notes and I really took it all.
Him, the guy, I believe this is his first season in the LBLCS, and I think few people can kind of like make a splash, quite the way. Him is very active in the community channels, very invested in what we've got going on here in the LBLCS, watching a lot of these commercial playoff games. Just as all around, just like a really great community member. Next season, I'm looking forward. Rumor has it that he's already been snatched off the free agent market. High Alert, led by Barty, has acquired him and is having him be the captain of a team next season. So keep your eyes on that. I'm curious to see what kind of squad he's able to build.
Absolutely. Thank you, Ear Blitz, for another happy affiliate anniversary. All right, they have switched sides, which means I'm going to be quiet for a second while I tinker with things in the back line, but they are confirming that they're ready for draft. And of course, SNC Twempest Fame 1. There are your schmeckles. There's the prediction. And no, I won't reset all of the schmeckles, Tout Spartan. Absolutely will not. Thank you for asking. Not even sure if we can do that.
Well, I've heard Buggleberry Finn has a fixation with like the executioner switch, right? He said, it feels great having the power to pull that switch and reset the schmeckle count, like knowing that he's never gonna do it, but just like always having the option. So
yeah,
I don't know if he's just bluffing. I mean, Buggle is a telltale bluffer, but
it's true. But what's also true is his insane love of power. That's why we have checks and balances here at the low budget LCS. And the check is that sometimes we gotta fucking beat Buggle up. We go over to his home, we hit him with bars of soap, we throw pineapples at him, other large fruits that are kind of heavy, and that really keeps him in check. That's the only thing stopping him from deleting everything at any moment.
He's a little bug, right? It doesn't take too much to set him down for the count.
He would love that, though. He would take that as an extreme compliment.
Oh, we see the same first pick Jinx, but this time it's coming out from Twempest Fwame. We just saw what Sayamuwu did on the Kaisa facing off against Jinx, so now we'll see how they do, dealing with it themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. And the Kaisa picked in response, too. They feel like it was an accurate counter. Oh, my God.
Wait, are we? Wait, are we?
Hold on. What game is this? I need to check the script really quick. I think they're reading from page 1 again.
Wait. Sure. Wait a second.
Guys, we're on game 2. Please read the script for game 2.
I feel like I somehow figured out how to make the time machine work. I've jumped back about 32 minutes in time. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I love the cool colors, but I feel like we already made that joke once, so it's like the joke doesn't land the same way the second time around.
I don't think it goes this far either. What was grabbed here? The Mordekaiser? No.
All right. It was the Maokai.
It was the Maokai, but they're gonna go for the Belveth.
Belveth, for the past month and a half, has been my permaban in solo duo.
Nice.
I think not a fun champ to play against at all. I do think it's in a bit of a worse spot now with the whole jungle change and clearing camps is harder, which is like so much of what Belveth wants to do. But clearly they're confident. We'll see what the R3 is here for CLG. Maybe not the more guy. Oh, see, I just I don't even have words.
Well, they're determined, that's for sure.
They are determined. They saw how the comp wins, right? So now they're just saying, anything you can do, we can do better. It's that type of deal.
I love it. Listen, we'll see if they finish this whole thing off. I poured myself another glass of water. The most powerful liquid. Barty screaming, "Lock in Malphite, do it!"
Well, we should see it on R4 here. If things hold up to tradition for CLG, we're gonna see a R4 Malphite, wrap it up with a Fizz, banning the Acel. That's interesting from SNC. I feel like they had a good answer into the the Fizz the last time around. So I don't know if it's like a we don't want to blind pick an assassin type of deal, but interesting ban there.
Here's the thing, they did. Ooh, Lissandra, often referred to as a blue Malphite. That's not true at all. I think that maybe part of the reason they're avoiding that is because up until, like Fizz was eclipsing Aurelion Sol, but then there was some punchback. There were a couple minutes there where if that Baron play didn't happen, who knows, if Fizz is still able to pop off as much.
Yep, gonna be answered with the Galio. Very different style of mid lane here, right? Both of these champs, they want to roam, they want to shove the waves, they want to go help their junglers, which Lily and Belbeth, pretty good buddies to do that with. There's a lot of AP on CLG side, and I still feel like they kind of need like a front line. So I'm curious what we're gonna see, and that's gonna be scary. Personally, I hate it. I think it looks like Baron Nashor. And I had a bit of a heart attack when I loaded. The first time I was in the game and I saw someone pick Jax, I kind of jumped up a little bit. Gave me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, I think if you have even the slightest touch of, what is it, trypophobia, that fear of small holes together, those eyes kind of do that. Do you know if Jack's lore has changed? Wasn't he the guy who was running the fights? Like, he runs the League of Legends?
That sounds about right. The problem with League lore, and I don't remember who I was talking to in the LBLCS about this, but they're so like Riot. They're so kind of like inconsistent with like having a interwoven story that's hard to remember like what each champ does and like how they're connected with one another in the regions and stuff. Like don't get me wrong, I'm a big Nasus Renekton guy. That's super simple. But especially with like the newer champs, I don't really know how they fit into the lore. But Jax is perfect. Comes out on the Rift. He doesn't need some fancy weapon. He has his lamppost, and he's gonna smack you upside the head with a lamppost and dominate.
Yeah, I feel like he was supposed to be like unbeatable. I don't know. I'm remembering this from season 4. And the guy says they did just say they're doing things to be more consistent. I did see that. Yeah, Riot's trying to be more consistent with their lore, probably in an attempt to set up their MMO.
That would help with creating the narrative for their MMO. And season 2 of Arcane coming out sometime soon.
Is it?
I think it's next year, right? I think it's.
Oh,
I think I saw 2024.
How?
I still need to watch season 1, unfortunately.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I remember getting roasted once on the cast about it. I've heard it's so good, and I watched like the first, episode and a half, and it just like it didn't click with me. But I think at the time I was very much on my my ADHD kick, and I just if it didn't catch with me immediately, I didn't want to watch it.
Totally.
So I think I've maybe grown up a little bit in the last year or so. I'll give it another shot. I've promised TV in the past that I'd go back and watch it. So this is my promise that before season 2 comes out, I will have finally caught up.
I love it. Listen, I think you'll I think you'll enjoy it. I don't really know what kind of television you enjoy, but I think it's a solid enough story that I've seen an inordinate amount of people who know nothing about League of Legends, have no tie or draw to League of Legends, enjoy it, that it makes me feel like that it is just a pretty solid story and good animation as well. But please keep us in the loop as you adventure into it. Have you played any of the like card game? Wait, what? Hold on. I'm so sorry to interrupt myself and that question. LR Blitz says, up until about a week ago, Arcane wasn't canon. What?
See, and that's what I'm talking about, right? With like Riot just not, like the lore just not making sense. I don't know if that's true, but it's believable enough to where I'm gonna believe Twitch chat. Maybe that's a dangerous call, but I think I'm gonna believe LR Blitz here.
That's wild.
Yeah. Is wild.
God damn.
Apparently Arcane, great show for fathers. Got a couple dads enjoying Arcane in the chat.
Spend some quality time with your dad. And pop down and watch Arcane. Vice Gold. So true. I'm Amanda Panda says I redeemed an it's pronounced.
Let me.
We've got our best mind on that.
Let's see if I can find it deep in here. I did see the Kaisa. I don't know if that was before or after this Amanda the Panda cash. And let me try to use my Twitch moderator powers to see if I can find this. Well, okay, so it was 11 minutes ago. It was after the Kaisa.
Okay.
SNC Great Snake is, this doesn't seem like the best stat line. I guess there must be an inside joke that Great Snake had a bad Neferi performance. And, I don't know if we need to call out the,
Sure.
I don't know if we need to call out the amount of deaths, but, we could refer to them as,
I'm going to be real. I probably won't remember to do that. That sounds hard to remember in the heat of things, but we're acknowledging it now.
Everyone has bad games, right? And,
Look at my match history. You'll see some bad games. I can show you some pretty sick KDAs if you like.
I have an It Takes Two apparently cashed in from my teammate Zodiac, so I will be back in 10 seconds.
Yeah, please take your time. Nesned TV. How do I open a ticket to name change? My captain won't do it for me. Oh, I'm sorry, man. Shoot me a DM on Discord. I'm LaChance there, and maybe I can help you with that. There should just be a button for a ticket. I've never opened up. Oh, wait, hold on. Barty's. All right, Nesned, maybe I'll be ignoring you. I'm curious what you're trying to change your name to. Zodiac says, can I be honorary captain for Nest so that I can open a ticket and he can do... Yeah, sure. I don't have the power to do that, but I'll say that I do. God, it's Ferrix. I truly don't know how to pronounce the first part, but know that I love you. Thank you so much for subbing with Prime for 13 months on a 1-month streak. That is huge. Thank you so much. Same to Imithios. Imithios?
Sounds about right.
I want to say Acorntium, but there's no R there. If you could phonetically type your name, Ferrix, I would love that because I'm so curious. Oh my god, and the game is ready.
Perfect timing.
Beautiful. Nestnode, send me a message just because I'm curious what you want to change your name to, and I'm curious why the rest of your team is scrambling to stop you. Psychopathic poor, revoke my best captain vote if Bear doesn't let me. Yeah, sure. We can do all that stuff. Simple chance likes toes swinging in. Thank you, Wedelini. Sewer Rat Matt. Oh, I love it. Sewer Rat Matt is just rolls off the tongue so well, as does Wedelini. All right, we are gonna
some alliteration.
Dude, alliteration. That's I swear to God, the only reason why LeChance Toes has caught on is the alliteration.
This is probably the truth. A couple interesting things I'm seeing. I see a no flash top lane. We got Ghost on the Mundo, Ignite on the Jax, and then Ignite on Galio. You know, that doesn't scream to me, you know, that they're going to be looking to make these, you know, crazy plays to the jungler, right? You know, you take Ignite, you're trying to get kills. As once again, I forgot about the spam pinks at the start of the game.
Jesus,
they're actually gonna break my computer here.
Maybe cut that one out. I still hear it. Do you still hear it?
Yeah, I still hear it.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that.
God damn it.
I don't know. They got the APM. You know, maybe SNC. You know, future. You know, we're in Worlds right now. You know, they got the APM to get there, right?
Yeah,
and,
it's
you know,
true.
they got the gutsy play calls to get there.
Also true. Here we are kicking into Game 2, SNC versus CLG. Best of 3. SNC is up 1 game. All they need is 1 more win to push on through past quarters. They are so close they can taste it, and CLG wants to do anything they can to stop that. Push them to Game 3 of this best of 3, which I personally would think would be hella fun. But listen, if that's what the script calls for, that's what the script will call for.
Indeed. You know, CLG technically coming in as a 4 seed, but we've talked about it a lot on like the booth and on some other casts. They come from Group A, which was pretty popularly agreed upon as the hardest group, and they started out the year, you know, on top of the group. So CLG is a really good team. You know, the 4 seed's a little deceptive. I certainly think they have the tools to come back here in game number 2, but yeah, SNC trying to shut down the underdog story.
Absolutely. And I mean, we talked about it before. CLG has already removed a 2nd seed team from this tournament. This is all in a day's work, and I kind of wish maybe somebody out there can tell me, was that a 2-0? Was that a, you know, all the way to 3 games?
It was a pretty clean 2-0. I think they kind of just were, you know, made the better plays on that day. I think, yeah, they 2-0 SNC Dreaded Dawn. The level 2 advantage not gonna amount to too much there, but
no, good look though from SNC, right? You wanna, even if the play doesn't work out, you always want to see teams practicing those fundamentals, running up, trying to make it happen. There's a Flay, that's a good land right there. Rockets coming through, flash away from Silver Spade. Jinx running up with these rockets, now autoing onto Brightstar, who's taking the opportunity to get some autos back in as well as the minions pound down on him, but does look like it's not going to result in a kill just yet. My mind is having a lot of trouble adjusting to the fact that it's the same champion. It's the same bot lanes, just on the other side now.
This is going to be really hard to follow. I mean, we got 3 of the same champs, you know, that SNC ran are now on the CLG team. Bot lane's the same. It's going to cause some problems, and I will apologize to chat on both of our behalves if it happens.
Thank you.
Good route there from Big Chill.
Yeah, that was sick. Also, Big Chill playing a ice-based champion. We'll see. Nice binding from Silver Spade. Kaisa's gonna walk up, get some autos, a good flash away. Ignite taking down onto another flash as well. Thresh so low but hasn't died yet. Good binding, but they pull back. Oh, the zap hits too. Interesting. Now the 1v1 here in the jungle. Great Snake up here. It's gonna be the Big Chill coming too, and a good flash away from the Belvath. I'm Yordle wants to get this kill, but look at Galio coming up and around. Obviously no level 6s, but a flash taunt. That was massive. First blood onto the Galio. Absolutely huge. I'm Yordle up front. Look at these low health bars. Mundo's running forward, but he misses the Q, and that is going to be explosive. Cleaning up. Big Chill's gonna make their way out of there, but an early 2-0 for SNC.
There's some super low health bars there. Great Snake, Blahaj, both had like less than 100 health, but the reinforcements came, explosive, had the upper hand there. They get the kill, they get the first blood on the Galio. That's a lost chapter already, going to be a bit of a problem in the mid lane, and yeah, just SNC just kind of making that first move here.
And if you're CLG, you just gotta say, all right, it happened. We got to move on. Don't get down about it. Don't lose sight of our goals here. But you can't let this situation snowball.
Absolutely.
Now, in the bot lane, there's another world where that extremely close skirmish ends in some kills for the bot lane. But the escape from Jinx and Thresh may have changed, may have sculpted the fate of this game differently here. Dragon is up. Don't know who's going to be going for that one first. Both these teams have showed us that they like action, so skirmishes could lead into a dragon take.
Yeah, it looks like SNC should have the advantage here. They got the bot lane shoving while CLG's resetting. They've got mid lane shove. They just got the fundamentals down for Twempest Fwame. Should be an uncontested first drag, and I like the call from CLG to just, acknowledge that they got this drag, get something elsewhere. Get this Lilia closer to that level 6. Make something happen.
Yeah, super clean. Really taking advantage of the wave control that's been going on so far. And there it is. Drake #1 going over to SNC. Now everyone's kind of just going to go into that gold collection mode. We've got Lilia in the top lane, but I feel like Jax are going to be pretty hard to gank.
Yeah, gonna be tough to gank. Mundo doesn't really have much setup for the jungler. Gonna chuck a cleaver and it'll slow him down a bit, but that's about all you're getting. So Lilia just gonna reset, head towards bot, gonna pick up the blue buff and start working their way up.
For sure. What do you think big chill. Faking out the taunt right there, but they are going to dive back in. That's the ult too, Big Chill. Getting in front of the charge right there. Wait, that's massive. Trying to get these auto attacks in. One more should do it. And that's a solo kill for Big Chill in the mid lane. That was masterful.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many good things to say there about Big Chill. I think particularly I loved how they got in front of that Galio E trying to get out. They stopped the knockup, or they took the knockup, got the kill. Last game, Big Chill was the subject of several solo kills from Blahaj. So it's only fitting that they get theirs this time around.
Get a little revenge. Yeah, no, absolutely. That was extremely well done. I do wonder if we will see more of that even. I mean, Lissandra can sort of act as an assassin here if they can find some squishy targets. Just grabbing one plank down here in the bot lane. Looks like Belvats is working on... Nah, never mind. Probably just grabbing Scuttle. Oh, but a fight breaking out up here in the top lane. Jax fully committing to this. And I'm Yordle in a lot of trouble. Explosive does it. Popping off in the top lane. That was a huge kill for him.
Yeah. Solo kill. Really not much else to it. Explosive. Has that sheen. Has the double long swords. Has a lot of damage, early on. Kind of deceptive on the Jax. I feel like does really well into these, tankier matchups where they can get those autos over and over again. Looks like SNC getting the Rift Herald as well. We'll see if Panther's able to make something happen to kind of even it out here.
Absolutely. What's up, Mix? Oh, Big Chill going in onto Blaha right here, but they have got a buddy. A taunt's going to connect with both of them, but so too does the Drowsy. Even though Thresh is on the way, the question is, will they get there in time? That's going to be a good stun. That's an ult coming out, and the damage comes through. Big Chill gets that kill. Has Thresh walked too far up? Do they have the damage? So close, but a one tower shot might be too much. A good flash away right there. Belvat scared the hell out of them, I bet, coming around the corner like that. And if that binding landed, that was going to be a dead Jinx. So much action popping off across the map. Oh, that's the ult coming out too. Oh, the flash away. That cleanse was a little bit too soon. I understand why you would drop that. I would have done the exact same thing.
Yeah. It's just the classic, right? You take the cleanse, and then, in the heat of the moment, you kind of just, you get a little scared, you pop it. Ultimately, they burn the flash, and they get out just fine. So the play, I think, is still overall in SNC favor as they're popping Rift with Velvet. Gonna get a lot of damage off here.
Yeah, huge Rift Herald play as well. Collecting more than their fair share of plates. Oh, let's see if something comes about from this. Okay. Thought he was going to be able to stun him under tower. But not yet. Of course, one of the many reasons why Lissandra can be a dangerous character to gank. Here we go. Over. Oh, that binding would have been on target, but good foresight here from the Galio dashing out of the way.
Yeah, we might see a little bit of a lull here. Got Dragon coming up. I think that they can contest this if they want on CLG, but it's gonna have to, you know, be like the right spot. You know, you don't have, you have the TP on Mundo, but I think in just a straight up fight, you're gonna have to be quick because, you know, Jax, if you TP away for too long, he's gonna get multiple plates in the top lane. You've got the flash on Morgana, you got the flash on Kai'Sa. It's not a terrible spot if you're CLG.
No, I mean, you know, first blood was snatched away from them, but the gold lead is not too far at this point. You know, around 1,000 gold. Yes, that dragon's given them some stats, but CLG has done a great job of keeping their cool under pressure here. Dragon's coming up though, and there's a couple people in the neighborhood.
Yeah, they got Big Chill walking out of base, so right now the advantage is to a Twempest Fwame. They're going to clear out this vision, get the first read. Lilia can't walk that way. You're going to have to head back towards your team.
Lissandra could have a pretty massive flame. It's kind of a dangerous position for CLG right here, right? They are down in gold, not a problem, but, you know, we saw last game after that Baron fight. Ooh, look at Lissandra's positioning. Big Chill is here. Zap's gonna land hook just for good measure as well. Ooh, no vision in that just yet. Dragon down to half health. Are they gonna go for the big sleep here? That's a binding that does connect. Dragon down is gonna get smited. They pick it up, but Brightstar went over the wall, and I don't think there's gonna be anything that they can do except flash back over, and that rocket connects as well. Oh, very, very close to disaster there.
CLG, they were fishing, you know, they were trying to get a feel if there was an angle. Unfortunately, an angle wasn't in the cards. SNC pick up the drag, you know, they have to burn the Kai'Sa sums to survive, which again, you'll take that 10 times out of 10. You know, better than dying, but no, just couldn't quite find that spot.
100%. This is a pretty low looking CLG bot lane right now, but they're not going to go for the dive. They're just going to collect that farm. Yeah, I mean, what do you think about scale? Oh, sorry. Oh, 2 Everfrosts all at once, but a taunt as well. So much CC in the mid lane. Oh my god, the back and forth there. That was fantastic. I haven't seen that many simultaneous stuns, maybe ever.
I think that's one of the goofiest interactions I've ever seen. The double Everfrost at the same time.
Double Everfrost,
awesome.
Taunt into, like, I don't know if that was W or the ult being used, but nice. Big Chill getting taunted though, and here it is. Great Snake coming back in. They get the kill, baiting them back into the fight. Very, very well done by SNC.
Yeah, round 2, jungler decided to come and intervene with the 1v1. You know, you hate to see it if you're a Big Chill, but probably the right call for Twempest Fwame.
Yeah, almost certain. Oh, Galio. God, he's, for such a big guy, he's so quick with those dashes. Now, 3 minutes till Dragon, 6 minutes till Baron. It's pretty much just going to be... Oh, great Snake. This Belvac getting so much damage down. Almost getting that kill onto Lilia. I can understand why you've been perma-banning them, Less Force.
That's just what it does. It just feels like if it gets on top of you, it's just over. Big fight top lane. Gonna walk it out.
There's been a lot of almosts, right? Like even that play right there, that was somebody almost got caught. A lot of trading back and forth, a lot of damage, but no kills just yet. Nice binding over the wall right there. If you can get the autos, you can get the kill. That's a nice ult, and they're just gonna keep going for it. They're committing, but that rocket gets the kill, and now Silver Spade is the one who has to back off. A good binding goes golden. Wait a second. Oh, and the zap is dodged because of the minions.
Oh man, that was so close there for Zyramuwu. The Jinx got excited. Morgana had the binding, but then immediately realized, hey, I can't hit this binding or I'm dying. Ultimately, it's a 1-for-1. Not the end of the world. Again, I think the gold difference probably doesn't change too much there, but it is a slight advantage to Jinx here.
Yeah, for sure. And what a great stopwatch on that rocket. That was fantastic. They were going to be dead for sure. All right, double
Absolutely.
Everfrost is my new favorite lane. Just a blast to watch them throw rectangles at each other. Silver Spade. Nice with the bindings, though. A lot of bindings being hit by Silver Spade. Oh, flashing forward. Bright Star here in the 1v1. Now we know they don't have their ult, but they're going to drop everything they can, and it's so close. The minions almost able to help them out, but that little bit of extra gold that Jinx has gets them the kill in the very end. Flash flashing up here. The hook goes, but a great spell shield. But even through that, the taunt comes through. Big Chill ulting themselves, buying some time. A turret shot coming through onto the Galio. And another hook from the Thresh. Absolutely massive. Big binding comes through. There's the Drowsy. Do they get the kill? Oh my god. Galio. Oh! Gets almost killed because they dashed back. I think they dashed back into auto attack range.
They did, and then I don't know if you caught that, the Jinx R from downtown. Lissandra was trying to base on her tower and got sniped out.
I did not see that. This is quite the dive over here. Turret shots coming down, but a Rift Herald is going to help make short work of this tower. SNC, just over the past couple of plays, have gained themselves a very healthy 5k gold lead. And they've done it in a relatively safe way, too.
Yeah, nothing super flashy. Like SNC just seemed to be really, what I'm learning this series, that they just they know how to get through the early game, where things can kind of get pretty volatile, right? They get through it without, they might build a little bit of a gold lead, but then it's really like after that first, 10, 15 minutes, they find these aggressive plays, they build themselves big advantages. They up about 5,000 here at 16 minutes. CLG looking like they're going to try and contest the Baron, or maybe they're just looking for a play on Galio.
Oh, Big Chill really going in for it, but they've got to time it right when this teleport connects. They're going to want to watch out because it's Jax. They're going to throw everything onto him. They've actually got the damage to respond, and that's a kill. A shutdown onto the Kaisa. They're trying to make a name for themselves right here. Massive Jinx rocket, but it does not kill, and that's what's important. Oh my god. What is going on? It's 7-7 right now. Oh, if that connected, Lilia would have been eaten good tonight. Zap connects right there. Big Chill thinking about going over the wall. Instead, they're just going to settle for grabbing this Scuttle. 3-for-0 in favor of CLG. I did not see that coming.
Neither did I, and I feel like we kind of saw this game one too. Last time it was on the Fizz, kind of feeling themselves a little bit. Right there, that was a pretty aggressive TP from Explosive on the Jax. Yeah, they don't have the flash, and if they got chain CC, you got a Lissandra, you got a Morgana. As,
oh my gosh,
going in,
trying to go for the 1v3, but this is the Galio, this is the combo they imagined. It's going so low, and now it's just the Galio alone up there in the front line, but maybe he doesn't need anybody else. Look at those health bars dropping, but now Lilia running so goddamn fast, really trying to go for the kill. I think those little bugs from Bel'Veth took the block. What are they canonically? Does anybody know? Oh no, Bel'Veth wasn't even there. Was that a minion?
I couldn't tell. A lot was going on there in the mid lane. I think, ultimately nobody died, so it wasn't the worst. But it was good.
Oh, has no one died? Okay, sorry. that wasn't sure if that Jinx rocket was going to turn into a kill. It certainly looked like it.
Almost a caster curse.
Almost a caster curse, but not quite yet. They haven't got us yet, Les Force. We're still good.
Surely we didn't just double down and force one, right?
We definitely did. It might not come this game, but it will come. Of that we can be sure.
Another
Bel'Veth's Cumlings. Thank you, LR Blitz. I think that is exactly what those are, and that is exactly what they're named. Thank you so much to Swarverly. Thank you so much for being the newest investor in the low-budget LCS. Jinx tossing some rockets over the wall there. Mundo's been taking a lot of hate up there in the top lane from SNC, right? Bel'Veth has been up there multiple. I think both Rift Heralds have been in the top lane this game so far. Maybe I'm wrong about that. But some massive pushes, and I feel like they're finally... Oh, the binding lands. Silver Spade. Very quick with that spell shield. Understandably slow. Nice little bit of free vision here with the Lilia. Another binding lands. Hold on, so too does the hook. The Jinx, though, over the wall, and a teleport coming through. We just talked about aggressive teleports. Could this be too much? It's Yordle. They're fine. They don't mind taking a hook or two.
I like that from both sides, though, right? You know, Yordle, you have to kind of TP there, because if they go in on your 3-man unit there, that could be the game. That could be the series. Big Chill going to walk this one out. But I also like it from Twempest Fwame. You know, they burn a TP for essentially just, you know, Jax jumping in with the E. You know, they didn't burn all that much. They're looking to go in now, though.
Oh, my God. That Jinx rocket, that is so much. There's a kill. They're excited, but they're also ready to flash over the wall. Okay, 2v1. If they're going to win this fight down here in the bot lane, they've got to do it fast. Oh, actually, sorry. The rest of the team's going to Baron right now. Channeling, getting himself out. Calio taking a great escape right there. Decides to go back in. The binding's going to miss. Lilia taking some damage here, but another Lantern gets him out. That was a massive play from Galio and Thresh. And the whole while, SNC is on Baron once again. They did it in game 1. They want to do it in game 2. The question is, can they? There's the taunt. There's the hook. That's the Baron. And the follow-up. Oh, Jinx is excited. There we go. Rockets coming out. Not quite getting that kill onto Morgana. That's massive there from I'm Yordle being in there with such low health bars. They are going to get a kill. That's a Baron off of at least one member and a lot of gold in their pocket, but SNC does it again.
The Jinx does lose the Baron, loses the big shutdown, so that is a bonus there for CLG, but I mean, that SNC saw it work game 1, and they said, hey, we're going to go even better this time. We're going to start Baron at 20 minutes on the dot. Thresh and I believe it was Galio on Boahaj. You know, they were playing, you know, they were doing a little song and dance, trying to distract CLG. They do end up doing their job. They stay alive, and they go and secure the Baron for their team.
Please ignore this black screen. It doesn't mean anything. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Dragon coming up right here would be Soul for SNC. Whew. Good escape there from Galio. That's a hook over the wall onto Big Chill, but of the targets, they're probably not too mad about that one. Silver Spade going quite low, but not after getting ult off. Kaisa in the backline needs to find an angle onto Jinx right here, but oh, the Galio there too. The double kill for the Jinx. The Rockets are raining down onto I Am Yordle. That's going to be another one picked up, a triple kill. Big Chill is the next target, but actually able to get some distance, but can they escape these Rockets? I think not. There it is. Quadra kill for the Jinx, and the Soul is picked up. What a huge swing for SNC.
Yeah, these guys are not to be trifled with. They're going to shove out this Baron. They're going to shove the mid lane. They got Jax TP in top. CLG backs are against the wall. It's now or never. This is win or go home. You know, they're gonna have to find an angle to kill this Jinx, kill this Bel'Veth, you know, get gold back in their pockets. But these towers are just, they're disintegrating.
Truly. And I mean, great to use that Baron push right away, but backing now, they're going to be able to spend that gold. Jinx is going to get so much stronger off of all of those kills, and then they get to approach together in a concentrated force. And you know, the angle that CLG is going to have to find success in a team fight right now. Oh, Jinx is not going to back. They're just going to push forward. They say, hey, I'm strong enough. How much gold are they sitting on? Oh my God, the damage coming through onto Big Chill is massive. And the question is, can they do anything? No, they cannot. That is how much damage is being pouring out of the champions of SNC right now. That's going to be another tower going. Jinx excited now, getting up here, trying to weave these autos in. I Am Yordle doing what they can to frontline, but just look at what is going on right here. If that zap lands, that's another dead Kaisa. Hooks flying out left and right, and they are cutting through these towers. 2 inhibs exposed. They're definitely going to take this one, and I imagine if they want, they can take the other one too, but they're just going to push on to the Nexic turrets. Down to half health, but what an engage right here. Galio's going to go in and get that knock up onto 2 targets. Brightstar gets killed on pad, and now they turn to the other Nexus turret. They are going to get through it in a short second. The Nexus is exposed down to half health, down to a third. Fights break out, but they've got all the time in the world because SNC is moving on to the next round of playoffs.
SNC, Twempest, Fwame looking pretty dominant, especially, again, post, they have a little bit of a hiccup around 16 minutes, I think, both games, but once they go for that Baron, it is just, this is a totally different team in the late game. And I think whoever has to face these guys, I think this is the first quarterfinals match that's been played, so we don't know who their opponents are going to be yet, but you gotta, try and come up with some type of strategy to deal with this, this late game aggression. We saw Jinx, flashing in there solo against the Kai'Sa. We saw, Bel'Veth and Jax going for these aggressive plays. This team is just not afraid to come at you and come at you hard.
Woo! Look at that Jinx damage, too. Big Chill, number 2 on the charts, right? Big Chill had a lot of great plays this game as well, but that just shows you how much damage the Jinx is pouring out. I am Yordle. You guys played great. Such a blast to cast these games. See y'all next season. Hope SNC so we look less bad. Listen, guys, it's all about on the day how you play. You guys already knocked a number 2 seed out of the tournament. You absolutely punched above your weight. Thank you so much for playing in the LBLCS, and I do hope that we have you back next season. Linoleum Bonaparte, what's up, man? Oh my goodness. What a match. Here, you want to do it? Let's see if we can get a quick interview off. I will tag the team here. See.
Looks like several of the members are chilling in red zone at the moment, so I'm sure one of them will we'll take advantage.
We'll take one chosen champion. They are all in there.
Yeah, the red zone parties are alive and well this playoffs. They were a big point last season. We had those massive playoff parties, and they've been going pretty smoothly so far. We see about, well, I guess some of it's the people that were playing, but we've been getting up to 20, 25. If you're watching these playoff games, you got no one else to hang out with. Take a look in the server. Probably some pretty cool people hanging out watching the same game you are.
Absolutely. All right, it's either Xandra or Dr. Explosive. We'll make an exception today. We'll take both of you guys up here. Welcome to the desk. I know somebody said not to pick Dr. Explosive, but I couldn't leave my son hanging out there.
Hi, Dad.
What's up, son? I'm so proud of you. You did such a great job. Guys, talk to me about this series. Talk to me about this win. What were comms like? How'd the strategy come together for today?
Honestly, I think what happened in second game is that after picking the Kai'Sa and the Lilia, they should have picked the Malphite and the Morgana, but they forgot to take the Malphite, and I think that cost them the game. They should have stayed to the script.
100% copied what was up with that? Were both of you guys, once you guys locked in the Jinx and then they locked in the Kai'Sa, we were like, what's going on here?
We first picked the Jinx and then they took the Kai'Sa Lilia, and then we were like, should we take the Trish?
Yes.
Yeah, we should take the Trish.
Dude, that's awesome. Okay, so that wasn't also, how in God's name do I say your summoner name?
Don't worry, it's very easy. It goes Gvendwat Weda.
Of course, that's my apology.
No
sorry,
problem.
let me just, of course. Yes. Sorry, my glasses were on wrong here. Xander.
Yeah.
So Thresh, a champion that you guys have a lot of practice on, was that genuinely something in your pool, or were you just pulling this out because you just saw it played and you thought, hey, I can do that?
Well, I think Thresh is still a good pick. I'm more used to be an enchanter because my ADC is just a beast
Yeah.
when he's just protected,
Mhm.
and I think he showed himself being very very strong those 2 games. And normally I'm just like the sitting cat on him, but hey, sometimes I do like to play the trash.
Absolutely. Explosive, tell me about the top lane. How were those games back to back as you got to know your opponent more and more, and what went into the Jax pick for game 2? Were you just trying to get someone who could split, or was that for the matchup?
Well, to start off, the first ever game I played in LBLCS was the Free Agent Showcase last split,
Nice.
or last season, and it was against I Am Yordle.
Oh my God.
I was like, man, we gotta run back the top matchup. I remember playing against him. We played Camille Poppy, and it was chaos the entire game, and it was a blast. So after game 1, I was tired of being on tank duty because I saw some very keen things throughout laning phase that I could take advantage of going into game 2. So I begged our lovely drafter Blaha a nice little pick me something that can kill this man. That's all I asked. And she went, yeah, we're going to pick you Jax. I was laughing the entire time through draft until champ select. So I knew that I could take advantage of some early laning mistakes I saw game 1 and just started to exploit them. And I am so sorry, Yordle, for making you miss 7 cannons in a row. I'm sorry.
Beautiful. A question here from Makes. Maybe that's, I don't know if that is for you guys. Any predictions for the SOG versus High Alert quarterfinals?
Bruh, this is the banger. This is the banger game, I will admit. I genuinely think another upset's on the table.
Really?
I gotta give it to SOG. So SOG, we played them last season in Economy B, and they were very strong. They were the only other undefeated out of our group going into the last week. They were really strong, really tough, formidable opponent. And I mean, they showed it in last week too. I mean, they took down Homo Symphians, one of the 1 seeds. So, I mean, I gotta give it to them, man. They're so incredible, but I can't state it enough. It's gonna go to 3 games. High Alert is such a good team. It's gonna go to 3 games.
All right.
For the context, the chance,
yes.
that matchup is going to be who these guys face in semifinals. So I know that Twempest Fwame is going to be keeping a keen eye on that 3-game series that they're calling out.
Well, you guys are getting me kind of excited for that. I'm gonna have to maybe we can get that one on stream as well.
I hope so. Man, that game's gonna be a banger. Plus, like, not only that, they were our week 1 opponents, and we went to 3 games with a sub support. We want to face them with our full roster. We want to go head to head, full roster versus full roster, and see what happens in the semifinals and winner takes finals.
God damn, so many beautiful narrative threads coming together. All right, well, guys, thank you so much for joining us up here. Is there anything else that either of you want to say to your fans out there? You had a lot of support, lots of people cheering for you tonight.
Daedra, you go first.
Okay. I hope we can continue having wonderful games, and if there's any chance that we can go on the Fury 114 again, I hope it does.
Well, you beat me to that one. Thank you all so much for the support. And even though, you know, sometimes we get decided that we don't want to win by a little known person as Cat Force, we shall always prevail. And SNC, moving on to the semis. Thanks, Cat Force.
Yeah, thank you.
Love it. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight.
Peace.
Look, it was just it was a simple, you know, like light a fire, right? You know, put the match, you know, under their tail, you know, get them warmed up, and look at them now. They cruised in week 1. They had a baller game 2. They're looking hot. So I don't want to say like you're welcome, Twempest Fwame, for you know setting you on this course, but yeah.
Ooh, maybe less force pulling the strings from the booth there. Beautiful. Well, folks, we've done it again. Thank you so much for spending your evening with us. We'll have plenty of more wonderful playoff shenanigans for you guys as the week goes on. I know there's at least plans for Friday. We'll see what comes into fruition for tomorrow and Thursday as well. Hang around. We're gonna raid somebody if you still got some time. But I just want to say, Less Force, thank you so much. Always a pleasure to cast you. I think this is my second time, and I remember after the first time I was like, damn, fucking Less Force is good. And once again, you have just proven yourself. Fucking a blast to cast with you, man. Anything that you want to say to the folks out there?
No, I mean, I appreciate the kind words. I think we were able to successfully make the Fluff and Nutter sandwich here tonight.
We did. We did.
Commercial playoffs been a banger. We're ramping up. There's less matchups. I'm just gonna shout it again. Like Red Zone watch parties. It's a ton of fun to watch with. You interact with Panther Core and Serenity, SNC. High Alert starting to come up on the scene. Like all these people coming in to watch games. It's a super fun time. We got some banger commercial matchups. I think this weekend. Like I said, I think there's one on Sunday and Friday so far. So just keep an eye out, and I'm looking forward to seeing how the rest of the bracket shapes up.
Absolutely beautiful, beautiful. Well, thank you so much, folks. We're gonna start this raid, and we'll catch y'all another night. Peace out.